Hello, fellow preppers. 'Tis I, the rumpled one. Doomsday preppers. Let's see. Baziker's Bunker. I'm sorry I butchered that name. I'll put a link down in the description. They were nice enough to upload the National Geographic show Doomsday Preppers. So far, episodes 1 and 2. And I guess every Tuesday night there'll be a new episode, and hopefully Baziker's Bunker will keep uploading, because I know I'll keep watching because I don't get the National Geographic channel. Anyway, I watched those episodes. My thoughts. Oh, by the way, somebody says I say you know a lot, so I just slipped. I'm going to have to make a conscious effort to stop that. But anyway, watching those videos, I made a couple observations. My first observation was, these people, or at least some of them, are farmers and ranchers. What's the big deal? I mean, let's see, there was the Doomsday Doris Day. I mean, her and her husband, they had a nice little ranch there. They had some bees and lots of fruits and vegetables. I mean, just, everyday folks doing common sense things. Let's see, they had the Desarty guy. He had his pigs and his cows, I believe. And, he had a little ranch there. Just doing normal stuff. And then there was the people in Texas. Their home was shipping containers. Pretty cool idea, because I did a little research and found out you can buy shipping containers, used shipping containers, for about $3,000 plus or minus. And there's some really cool ideas. Search Google, search YouTube. There's some really cool looking container homes out there. Let's see, and there's a few other people. The Chris guy. I forget how to say his last name, but I've known about this guy since the 1980s, and it was kind of cool seeing his name again. It's just like, hey, I remember him. And he's more like a wilderness kind of guy that can survive, with the knife and a canteen cup, eating what he called, what most people would call weeds, and survive. He had practical, wood skills, That's not crazy. That's not anything. And then there was the lady that did all the canning and, had a few years worth of food stored up and, lived in suburbia. And, she also, taught women how to defend themselves, using their hands, using guns. Well, that doesn't seem too nutty either. And I think there was, the one young lady from Texas, Houston, Texas, who wound up joining the Army. But, she seemed like, they called her the party girl, but she seemed like, she knew to at least know what's going on around and take some precautions. But the whole idea, Doomsday Preppers, that's sensationalism. I mean, and what I realized was the whole prepper movement, I think, is a hoax. And what I mean by that is most people that are involved in prepping didn't really get involved in prepping just because they want to be involved in prepping. They're just doing what made sense to them. And so somebody put the name preppers on it because, survivalists, that had such negative connotations. But what I'm thinking is this. Remember Y2K? Well, Y2K, a lot of people made some money off of Y2K, but Y2K came and passed and nothing happened. So they probably were thinking, hey, what can we do to make more money? Preppers. You see, I think preppers is a marketing tool. I really do. I think that's what's going on here. Because if you look at the skills that the preppers have. It's skills that were needed around the ranch or farm. It's skills that people who lived out in the wilderness, you know, camping, you know, their camping skills, hunting, fishing, things like that, you know, making fire, you know, staying alive in case you get, you know, caught in a storm. These are just all practical skills. But, you know, when you can couple this with, you know, EMP from the sun or you know, some foreign enemy, or you can play on anything like earthquakes, you know, hurricanes, where you can say, oh, Doomsday, you know, the big one's coming, Mayan calendar ending, then you can probably make money selling to people, you know, either who are panicking, you know, who are just, you know, knee-jerk reacting. So I think that we might be doing ourselves a disservice by calling ourselves preppers. We might just be playing into it, you know, the old wag the dog. So it's not that you shouldn't prepare, but just make sure you're not caught up in this hoopla. And I don't think too many people watching these videos are too caught up, you know, unless of course you're buying that really expensive stuff, but I've already made a video about that and I'll probably talk about it again. But no matter what, if you fail to prepare, then you're preparing to fail.